Welcome back to Everyman Prepping. Came outside today, thought it'd be a good time to talk about what can we do in the winter now that we're inside more, it's dark, it's cold outside, you have more time indoors, you're not going out doing a lot of summer or spring activities. So how should we use our time wisely? As someone that's, a prepper, planning for the future, always looking out, what can we do now to use our time wisely, not to waste time, so we're ready to go when the weather changes and it gets warmer. So let's talk about a few things. Please like this video, share with your friends and family, hit that subscribe button, the like, and of course ring that bell when you're notified for new videos that come out. So out here today, I'm looking around things I need to do and stuff I can get ahead on, and comes to mind is tune up on the equipment. If you do it yourself, it's much better than taking it to a shop. If you take it to a shop, you might be already behind. Local shops around me, if you don't get it in by December, you're not seeing it till after spring. But that could be different in your area, so check. But if you can do it yourself, not only is it a skill that's great to have when you can't take it to the shop, but maybe you could teach, whether you have kids or someone else, it's a good skill to have. So, whether it be a hedge trimmer, weed eater, leaf blower, walking mower, riding mower, tractor, whatever you're using, get the the parts you need for it. Get your fuel, your oil, new fuel lines, fuel filter, oil filters, air filters, all that stuff. And just slowly over time, this winter, go through and give them all a tune up. Make sure they're in top shape come spring and summer when you need them. Also, if chainsaw is a big one, you might be using it in the winter because you might have trees going down in the storms and all that. But let's do a tune up on that chainsaw and the blade. You probably my goal this year is to teach myself how to manually sharpen my chainsaw blades. So something I don't know how to do. I think it'd be a great skill to have. If you're cutting down a tree and you hit the dirt, everybody knows that ruins your blade almost instantaneously. I take mine to a shop now, but what happens if that shop goes out of business, or I can't get there, or it's just the circumstances in the world, right, or you can't take it somewhere to get sharpened? So I have a kit. I did get one for Christmas, and I'm going to teach myself. I look here on YouTube, find some videos on how to sharpen my chainsaw blades myself, so I can always be ready to go. I can also, if you have a landscaper, they could probably teach you as well, because they do it in the field all the time. So keep that in mind for those of you that have chainsaws. So besides equipment, getting that stuff ready now. It's a great time to do in the evenings because it gets dark, 4 or 5 o'clock. You used to being out, but now you can be inside your garage, your barn, your workshop, and you can be tuning up some equipment. After that, start securing supplies for your garden. We talked about that a little bit in my previous video, on the prepping mindset. But there's a fertilizer shortage out there, and it's going to hit the farmers. It's going to hit you. So not a lot of growing going on right now. So go to the big box stores, whatever your favorite one is, wherever you buy your fertilizers. Get your nitrogen, your 15-15-15, your blood meal, whatever you use. Get your organic, your Miracle-Gro, whatever you use for your garden that you like. Pick up bags and bags of it. Figure out how much you put down for your garden, how big your garden is, how much you use. Get 1 year at least, 2 year if you can. If money's tight, just buy whatever you can. And remember, for those of you that have chickens, you have automatic, composting, fertilizing machines right there. The chicken manure is some of the greatest fertilizer out there. It's very high in nitrogen out there, and other minerals and potassium and all that, phosphorus, all that stuff. It does come out hot, meaning that it needs to sit around for 4 or 5 months before you put it right into your garden. But what I do is I just pile it up all winter. I just clean the coop out, keep it up. You can store it in trash cans, you can store it in a bin, you can keep it covered so the rain doesn't get into it, or the snow. But pile it up all winter, and it's ready to go in the spring and summer. So another benefit of having chickens, which leads me, great segue into the next thing. If you have chickens, you probably hear some of mine making noise in the background here. Do you have enough chickens? How old are they? Go through there and figure out how many hens do you have. How are they producing now? Are they doing, an egg every other day? If you have, let's say you have 6 hens, do you get 3 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day? And then, remember, after 2 or 3 years, they slow down on production. So how old are your hens? Do you need to plan on getting a couple more this spring? Do you have a rooster and you can hatch them yourself? Do you have an incubator? Have you tried it out? Does it work? If you're going to get them this spring, do you have all the stuff to raise chicks? Do you have the little feeders, the little, heat lamp, all that stuff? Get all that stuff now, get it ready. And, if you can incubate yourself, that'd be, it's even an easier step for you to do. You just, you're self-sufficient on the farm. But eggs are only going to get more expensive, only get more scarce. The bird flu is not gone. It's going to hit again. They're going to cull more chickens. So keep your chickens up and get them ready. Can you improve their pen? Maybe you need to give them more outside space. The more space the chickens have to roam and eat natural grasses and bugs, the better the eggs they are and the healthier they are. So maybe you need to expand your coop. Think about that for this winter time. Also, if you need to, you're probably not doing, unless you're into ice fishing and stuff, you're not a lot of fishing, hunting going on. So go through your fishing and hunting gear. Make sure you have everything, resupply it now, fishing line, lures, tackle, whatever. Hunting, your weapons ready to go. They clean. Do you have enough ammo? Do you need to go to range and sight them in? Make sure they're ready to go. All that stuff, which is a good segue into your other defensive tools. It might be good to break them down, clean them out. I'm sure most of you, as soon as you shoot, you clean them right away, but some don't. Even if you have, go through them all now. It's a great time. Like I said, you have that extra time now. Go through all your defensive weapons, clean them, get some nice good oil on that steel. Check out the sights. If you have laser sights or you have red dots or holographic sights, whatever you have. Do you have batteries? Are they good? Maybe, it's a great time. Just swap them out now. Even if they're good, they will be. Swap out your batteries now, and then buy new ones to replace them. Remember, as the prepper mindset, if you use something, replace it immediately if you financially can. That way you never run out. So, take care of that as you're going right now. Other stuff you can do, sharpening other tools. You can do it by hand, or if you have a grinder, it works. But if you have axes and shovels, and people are wondering why do you sharpen a shovel? Works great. Sharpen your spades, even your square shovels, your trowels. Put a nice edge on it. They go in the ground easier to work with the dirt. But same with the axe. I don't know if I'd put it on a grinder. I'd probably do that by hand. But sharpen your axes, your shovels, trowels, all that stuff. Get it ready to go. Next thing I can think off the top of my head, if you have a tractor and you have implements, make sure they're greased up. If they have any blades on them, that they're sharpened. Same with your mower blades. I didn't mention that. Sharpen all your mower blades right now. If you have a cultivator or a harrow, do you need new spike attachments? I don't know what they're called. Do you need those? Do you need to sharpen them? Take care of that stuff now. Basically, you have the time to do all the stuff now. Take care of it, so when spring and summer hits, you're not inundated with tasks and you're saying you wish you would have taken care of it. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going through making a list of what I need to catch up on and for the winter tasks, and things to keep me occupied at night or during the day when it's inclement weather and you're in the barn, in the shed, in the workshop. Do that. And that leads to one last thing, organization. Maybe you need to go through and organize your workshop, garage, basement, shed, barn, whatever you use to store all this outdoor equipment or do all this stuff. Go through that, clean it up now, organize it, see what you need to replenish, make that list and start knocking off. It's a good time to do that as well. Basic house cleaning things. If you have any ideas below, comment below with what you do during the winter. What do you do during the winter so you're ready for the next seasons? What tasks do you do? What did I forget? What suggestions you have, just write them in the comments below and share with everybody. And until next time, keep your ear to the ground, head on a swivel.